Hi everyone, welcome to Amala Movement. I'm Charlotte. Today's practice is all about creating positive energy and helping you to feel your best. So let's get started. So we're actually going to start standing today. So please do make your way to the top of your mat with your feet hip distance apart. Bring your palms down towards your chest and take a big breath as you arrive into your practice today. And we're going to start by sending awareness all the way down towards our feet. And this is a movement that is very, very subtle to the eye. So if you're looking at me or if you were imagining looking at yourself, you probably are not going to see the movement that's going on. But we're going to be feeling the movement from the inside. I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already done so. And as a heads up, this is going to feel a little bit wobbly. So go with the wobbles. It's meant to throw you off balance a little bit. If it's too much, please do open your eyes. If you get dizzy, pause, take the breath and the time that you need. And we're going to start by sending our weight back onto our heels. So keeping your toes on the floor, but sending your weight as far back onto your heels as you can. And working in a clockwise motion. Now sending your weight to the left. So that's going to mean coming onto the outside of your left foot and the inside of your right foot. Continuing this circle by sending your weight forwards onto your toes. Try and keep the heels on the floor if you can. And then going round to the right, so the outside of the right foot, the inside of the left foot. And let's complete this circle by coming back where we began on our heels, the back of our heels. And then with control, find the center of your feet. So somewhere in the middle of your heels, the left side, the front of the feet, the right side. And this little exercise, these little movements can really help us with feeling centered and feeling grounded, both physically and in ourselves. And let's slowly start to blink the eyes open, come back into the room. Interlace your fingers, popping the hands behind the back of your head, opening your legs about mat distance apart with your toes pointing outwards and your heels very, very slightly in together. Squeezing the inner thighs in, lifting the chest up like it's on a thread towards the ceiling. Elbows are pressing back behind you. Heart is open, and you might be familiar with this as a power pose. And today this might feel really welcomed and empowering, or it might feel a little bit foreign and strange. So, just welcome in any emotions that might be coming with this confidence and openness. Really, really nice. So from here, interlace your back 3 fingers, and your thumb and your first finger are going to come into like a pew pew shape, and you're going to stretch your arms up over your head. Allow your shoulders to creep up towards your ears and drop your chin down towards your chest. So we're really opening out through the armpits, opening out through the rib cage. And as always, breathing deep into the body. Keeping your arms where they are, just shuffle your feet back so that they're hip distance apart. Draw your belly button in towards the spine. On an in-breath, look up towards the hands. On an out-breath, release the fingertips and go as wide as you can with the arms as you take a forward fold. Relax the head down. Roll your shoulders in towards the back. Hands come to your thighs. On an in-breath, lift and lengthen through the spine. And your exhale melts you forward. You can relax the arms down. We're going to go 2 more times. Roll the shoulders in towards the back. Hands to thighs. Lift and lengthen. Exhale melts you forward. Inhale, up and out, look forwards with the nose. And exhale, folding down. Planting the palms either side of the feet and stepping all the way back to a downward facing dog. Bending the knees generously so your tailbone can lift up towards the sky, feeling all 10 fingers pressing into the earth. We're going to go straight away in finding power in our movement. So pressing your left foot in towards the mat, lifting the right leg up to a 3-legged dog. So keeping the hips nice and square, the right heel pressing away from you, right toes down towards the earth. And then bending the right knee, stacking the hips on top of each other, keeping all 10 fingers evenly pressing down in towards the mat. You can look underneath your right shoulder if you want a little something else today. On your next inhale, square the hips, stay in a 3-legged dog. Exhale, the right foot steps all the way up in between the hands. Inhale, roll the shoulders into the back, lifting the chest. Exhale, planting the palms, fold forwards. Stepping all the way back to downward facing dog, nice and slowly and with control. Planting your right foot into the earth. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Keeping the hips nice and square to begin with, that left heel pressing away from you, toes towards the earth. And then stacking the hips, bending this left knee. Checking all 10 fingers are evenly pressing in towards your mat. Inhale to square the hips. Exhale to step all the way in between your hands. Take as many shuffles as you like. Shoulders into the back, lifting the chest as you inhale. Planting the palms, exhale, fold forwards. Stepping all the way back to downward facing dog. Let's pedal through the feet just for a few moments. Stepping your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Shoulders in towards your back. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, plant the palms. Bending your left knee. You're going to lift the torso so you come up into this low lunge position. Leave my hair out the way. And we're thinking about this left hip squeezing forwards towards the front of the mat. So our knees are nice and bent, feeling that strength and that power. We're going to roll our shoulders in towards our back. I've got a lovely wall next to me, so bear with me. But you're going to open and sweep your arms up, out towards the side. Take all of this space. Imagine a piece of thread on your chest. You're going to gently lift your heart space up towards the sky, but keeping your arms nice and wide. So we're not in this warrior one shape. We've got the space to breathe. Our arms and our fingers can feel soft and open. On your next inhale, sweep both your arms up, palms joined together. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center and pivot on your left foot so that your left toes turn to face the side of your mat. Arms sweep out. We're in our warrior two position, sinking low into this right leg. Palms are strong. Look towards your right fingertips. Keeping it moving. Let's turn the palm of our right hand up towards the sky. Reach forwards to reverse the warrior. Stay low in your right leg. Looking up towards the palm of your right hand if you can. Give the fingers a little twinkle to help soften this right arm and the elbow. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands towards the earth. Plant the left hand to the mat so you can spiral the right fingertips up towards the sky. Actively pressing out through your left heel so the back of the left knee is really active and strong. One inhale here. Exhale, keeping your left toes tucked. Plant your left knee on the floor. And like a windmill, you're going to open your arms up and back so your right hand can reach towards your left thigh and your left arm can reach up and out, look up towards these left fingertips. And we can work towards these right fingertips creeping down this left leg towards our right heel. Left heel, sorry. You don't need to get there anytime soon, so just work with wherever your body is at today. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the front of your mat. Plant the palms, step all the way back to your plank position. Look forwards with the nose. Inhale. Rock onto the tiptoes. Exhale, take the chaturanga, belly to the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, melt it down. Downward facing dog. Arms are strong, press up to your tabletop position, tuck the toes, hips back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. You can come to child's pose if this feels nice as a release for the shoulders and the wrists. If you're in child's pose, I invite you to join me back on all fours, your tabletop position. And then hips back and up to downward facing dog. Stepping your left foot all the way up in between your hands. Roll the shoulders into the back. Inhale to lift the torso. Exhale to fold forwards. Plant the palms. Bending the right knee, so we've got this juicy, bouncy right knee. Lifting your torso all the way up. This is an intense one for the quads and hamstrings. Thinking about your hips being parallel, so sending your right hip towards the front of the mat, sending your left hip towards the back of the mat. Shoulders in towards the back, both arms up and out towards your side. Excuse my little ball hand. But do what you can in the space that you're in. Soften the chest. Let your collarbones widen. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up, joining in a prayer position above head. Exhale, bringing them down to heart center as you pivot to a warrior two position. Right toes towards the side of your mat, arms out towards the side. Thinking about squeezing your inner thighs together. Arms are strong. So can the strength that we need to really activate this posture reflect the strength of the warrior inside. Turning the palm of the left hand up towards the sky. Reach forwards, up and out to reverse the warrior. Left arm up and overhead. Look towards your left fingertips. Give them a little gentle wiggle to help find that softness through the elbow and the shoulder. One more inhale. Your exhale takes you all the way down to your low lunge. Right hand planted, left fingertips up towards the sky. Energy through your right heel, so we're not forwards, we're pressing away. Up and out through your left fingertips. One more inhale. Right knee comes down, windmill the arms up and back. Good. Your left hand finds your right leg somewhere. And we're thinking about this space in our right armpit. Over time, we can tiptoe this left hand all the way back towards the heel. But if this doesn't work today, just listen to your body. You know it feels good. One more breath. Cartwheel the hands down, planting the palms, stepping the left foot back to your plank position. Look forwards, come onto the tiptoes. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, melting the torso down. Ignite that strength, press yourself up to tabletop, and then lifting to downward facing dog. Great. I invite you to take 3 breaths wherever you like. So this can be downward facing dog. You can come to all fours, maybe sway the hips from side to side if this feels nice, or let go and release in a child's pose. If you're anywhere other than downward facing dog, I invite you to take your time to re-establish Ardha Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. Fingertips pressing into the earth, tailbone up towards the sky, and stepping your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Roll your shoulders into your back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the palms, fold forwards. We're going to step our left leg, so our back leg, to the middle of your mat. With your toes slightly turned outwards, shoulders in towards your back, lift the chest and then bring your hands to your lower back with your fingers pointing towards your bum, and then squeeze your elbows together to help find this lift and length through the spine. So you're going to be quite upright, quite lifted in this position. We're thinking about the lower back in particular, nice and long, which is very different from this knee to nose forward fold. So really lifting up and out through the spine. Bending your right knee, you're going to take a leap of faith to a balance on your right foot. So with me, squeezing your left knee all the way up, woohoo, into your chest, bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale. And then holding onto your left ankle and helping yourself transition into our tree pose. Bringing the palms together. Rolling your shoulders in towards your back. And let's challenge ourselves. Let's close our eyes. This is, of course, going to make you wobbly. I'm so wobbly. Great. If your eyes are closed, let's slowly blink them open. And then using your left hand on your left knee, help yourself by squeezing that left knee all the way up and in towards your chest. Stepping the left foot all the way back into our low lunge, both knees bent, sweep the arms up and out towards the side, just like we've come into before. Inhale. Exhale, planting the palms. Two options here. We're going to step back to a plank position. Option one is exactly like we've done before. Stepping the right foot back, take the chaturanga. If you're looking for something a bit more fiery, I invite you to keep this right foot away from the floor. So as you step this back, it stays lifted. You rock onto your left toes and then take the chaturanga. Bringing the right foot down so you can take your upward facing dog. Melt it back down. Forehead towards the floor, press up onto all fours, tuck the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Straight away, stepping the left foot all the way up and in between the hands. Shoulders in towards the back, opening the chest. Exhale, plant the palms, fold forwards. Stepping your right foot to the middle of your mat with your right toes ever so slightly turned out. Shoulders in towards the back, lifting the chest. Hands to the lower back, fingertips towards your bum and squeezing your elbows together so you find this lift through the front half of the body. When you're ready for the leap of faith, bending your left knee, so your front knee, and then squeezing your right knee all the way up in towards your chest. Use your right hand to help you find the transition to our tree pose. Bringing the right foot to the left inside thigh, palms of the hands together. Just make sure that this right foot isn't pressing against the knee joint itself. You can always pop it further down the leg if that works for you. Let's play with this balance today, closing the eyes. Enjoy these wobbles. One foot, one leg is going to be more wobbly than the other, so just bearing this in mind and going in with no expectation. If the eyes are closed, slowly blinking them open, and then using your right hand to help you squeeze the right knee up and in towards your chest, breathing in. And then exhale, step it back into our low lunge with both knees bent, sweeping the arms up and overhead, soft chest, open collarbone. Exhale, planting the palms. Take your variation of a chaturanga, so you can take this three-legged plank. If you're feeling it, rocking onto the right big toes, dropping down into your chaturanga. Left foot to the earth, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, forehead to earth, relax the spine. Activating the whole body to press you up onto all fours, tucking the toes and lifting the hips up and back to your final downward facing dog. Bend the knees, tailbone up and back towards the sky. Let's take 2 deep and juicy breaths. In through the nose, and an audible sigh and exhale. In through the nose, mat distance apart, big toes touching, sending your hips back to your child's pose, reaching your fingertips really actively to the front of the mat. So kind of tiptoe or shuffle your fingertips as far forwards as you can. And you might be able to feel this as a really lovely opening through the armpits. Relax the elbows in towards the mat, bending the arms, and bring your palms to rest, either on your neck or the back of your chest. This just depends on the length of your arms. Let the hands be heavy, the elbows soften into this stretch and this opening for the arms and the armpits, the shoulders and the chest area. Close your eyes if you haven't done so already. And moving very, very slowly and delicately. You can keep your eyes closed, but bring your palms to the earth just above your knees. Press your hands down so you can roll up through the spine. Take your time with this. Might feel really nice and juicy. Keeping the eyes closed, let's interlace the fingers, bring the palms of the hands to the back of the head, squeeze the elbows up and back behind you. Come back to this image of a piece of thread on your chest lifting up towards the sky. So this is returning to our power pose that we began at the start of practice, the kneeling variation. Notice how this feels in the body now after this time and this energy and this focus we've put into movement. Keeping your eyes closed, bringing both of the hands down towards the chest, dropping the chin ever so slightly. Roll your shoulders in towards the back. Draw the belly button in and up so we're still lifting through the spine. Take a moment to breathe and to sit with whatever you're feeling or experiencing in the body. Take all the time you need here. Feel free to pause the video. Feel free to add in a little lie down in Shavasana if that's what your body and mind would really love right now. Otherwise, let's bring the palms of the hands together, lifting the thumb up towards our third eye, the space in between the eyebrows, gently dropping the chin. Thank you all so much for joining and practicing with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.